Mm-hmm. I think I am logged out there. Hey there guys, sorry about that. So, in this video we're just going to show the basics for what you need to do to get set up in the Hornet for doing air-to-air intercepts or anything like that on the Red Iberia server, or which is Task Group Warriors server. So, first thing you'll notice is I'm currently in track IR rather than VR. This is simply because I want to make it easier for anybody watching this video to be able to see what I'm doing. That being said, we're airborne in the Hornet. We're just out off the coast here. We've got our EW already set up on our HUD. And we have to go in and do a couple of bits for setting up our radar, because if we come into our radar page here, you'll notice we've got our bra and nothing else. So, waypoint 1 in Red Iberia for both red and blue is always the bullseye in the Hornet. So to set this up, we come into the data page on our HSI. We go to waypoint 1, which will read either BE or bulls, and then we click air to air waypoint. The moment we do, you'll notice we get the bullseye information up here and our position from the bullseye down here. This works great when we're getting information from the AWACS, right? Kinda. You see, if we ask for a bogey dope at the moment, he'd give us a bra reference, which is great, except for it would not actually match our heading. We need to do another small thing, because everything given to you by the AWACS in DCS will be in true. So you need to come into AC to here and change your HUD to true heading. And what you'll notice when you do this is a couple of things. One, your bra should actually match now properly, and just to show that this is the case, we can change these two, and you'll notice that these aren't swapping, but holding this out in front of us puts us at about 146, which is what our true heading is, not our magnetic heading. Our magnetic heading is 240. So you need to understand that everything here is in true. The other one we're going to have to do, of course, is set up our ALE47 dispenser. So we set this to on, we click on the ALE47, then we're going to tell it mode to stick it out at standby. We're going to come into ARM, and this is just insane. The fact that these are the defaults in DCS, we really need them changed. I hope WAGs or somebody gets around to doing it, because at this rate, 3 drops, you're out of flares. 6 drops when they actually finally fix our flares. Let's drop the repeat down to something a little bit more sane, like 2, and we're going to set program 1 to be our chaff and our chaff without any flares, so we're going to get rid of flares. Then we're going to tap save. We're going to tap step. We're going to again drop this down to something sane. Get rid of our chaff on this one, and we're going to increase our interval. That gives us manual 1 and 2 for our chaff and the flare. So now we've got the radar at least showing the information we want it to show. We've got our chaff and flare set up. Let's actually get this so that we can switch our modes a little bit easier. So we're going to come into air-to-air mode. Now, we have 4 modes that we can go into air-to-air mode, but with a touch of basically a set of buttons. We've got our 7 mic, our aim 120s, our gun, and our aim 9. Means we can actually set up 7 programs to help make our life easier with the radar. We might not have any aim 7s on, but we can use the program. So on our aim 7, we're going to set this up for an 80 nautical mile scan at 4 bars and at medium intervals. Then we're going to come over and we're going to hit set. So anytime we come back to the 7 profile, this will be our defaults. On our aim 120s, we're going to go for a 40 nautical mile, which is its default. We're going to actually change to a 4 bar scan. And again, high, medium, interleave, set. Our aim 9s were on a 40 nautical mile 4 bar scan to be by default. This is a little excessive because with our 9s we're never going to be using that. We want to drop this down to a 20 and set that. But hang on a second, they're 9 mics, or 9 X-rays, right? We can use them with the helmet mounted display. So what if we wanted it so that the moment we come into this, we're automatically on HAQ. So if we do short up, so that we're in helmet mounted, set, done. So there we go, 7 mic, 120, that, and straight into our helmet mounted acquisition mode for those. Now gun profile, well, it automatically goes into ACM mode anyway. That covers the basics of setting your Hornet up for use on the server. Because I'm already broadcasting, though, I'm going to cover a couple of little bits more, couple of tidbits more with the radar. So, if we look back towards the coast here, and we bring our radar out, we've got a couple of things we can do with the radar. One, we can go to the top, sweep, and we're changing our range up, as if we were hitting the arrow. Can come to the bottom and do the same thing, move our sweep down. The cursor also acts as a proper cursor, so we can see that we've got our 4, 5, 6 bar. We can go into silent mode. We can erase, all that, all just using the cursor. There's a couple of other bits and pieces that we really should be looking at with our radar. First off, you'll notice we've got these 2 numbers. Top number is where our radar's scanning at the top of its elevation, bottom's where it's scanning at the bottom. Normally if you're in a formation, one of you will scan high, the other low. You do this by one person might be scanning like this, so at 20 nautical miles they're scanning out from 0 to 17. Or the other would be scanning, say, from 15 to 32. This gives a little bit of overlap. It means that one person's scanning high while the other's scanning low. You see something that happens occasionally with the DCS radar. Even though we told it we wanted to be in high interleave, it had been stuck there for a moment in medium, which meant we had nothing painting on our radar from where we dropped a track. So if we come around to the north here, we can see we've got a track out here. But if we drop down Now it's not actually going to let me do it. If we had have had this on medium interleave, we might not actually see anything out there. Simply because of the way that the track works. The final one. Locking, when you lock up and when do you shoot. Something I've noticed a lot happening. Both from some of the Task Group Warrior guys and even from just people jumping on the server to have some fun. Is they see a target like this, they do this, they lock it up and they prosecute the attack all like this. Great, you've just let me know exactly where you are. If that was me you've got locked up, I know where you are. I know that you see me and you know exactly where I am, and I know that you paint me. I'm already able to start getting defensive. The big one to remember, your aim 120s have an approximate kill range of 25 nautical miles, presuming I'm coming towards you. They have a guaranteed kill range of about 10 nautical miles, presuming I don't send them into the ground or defeat them in some manner. So there's, without track while scan, there's not a lot of point locking up a target out at this range. You're better off waiting. Get the 20 nautical mile mark, or at the least 30 kill you. While I'm scanning like this, yeah, I can see that somebody's firing. There is no use firing at a long range. Okay, I could get up to 23 nautical miles, I might get a shoot queue, and I might be able to maybe push comes to shove, the missile might have enough energy to get to the target, possibly hit it, but the probability of a kill's not going to be that great. You need to remember this when you're doing your launches with your missiles, because otherwise you're just throwing missiles away and saying DCS is bullshit or something like that because of it is not 5 nautical miles shot, even if it's gone active and is homing, is only so good if it's got the energy at the end to hit the target. You're better off, 1, watching your brackets, 2, remembering that these brackets are only going off what the target's currently doing. Here's a great example. This guy's currently flanking. As we can see, his aspect's flanking right. So, my chances of hitting him, not that great. Yeah, okay, the range is slowly coming down. Now he's turned back, his aspects actually switched targets. We went from a 20 nautical mile target to a 60 nautical mile target. Probability of a kill, and it's about to tell me, because his aspect's changing to come towards me, that I'm in a range where he's got no escape. Great, that's based off his current. This isn't always correct. I could shoot him at the moment, my missile would get to him, but if he turned and ran, probably not. You need to remember that the missiles have energy. They have their own aspect. The other one is, of course, always check, put it in your HUD, get it within, and check that it's still a box or a diamond. If it's a box, it's friendly. Don't shoot it. Anyway, that's just a couple of quick bits and pieces that I wanted to cover for the radar. You can stay and watch if you want. I'm just going to go and put this thing back on the deck, fly with my VR. And if you're wondering why I want to put this bird back on the deck rather than just quit the server, it's because this bird actually, not putting it back on the deck will mean that there's one less aircraft at this airfield. We don't want that. We want to take care of our birds. Even if we're just taking them out for a quick joy flight.
Altitude. Altitude.
There's Cobbletti just over there. And the thing is, so even there I'm not used to flying in VR, I went to zoom using the VR zoom. Go figure. Now this will give me a tailwind. I really should actually... We'll do a cheap brake here. So I really need to be coming from the other direction. And we're actually fast, so... Let's brake like this, and then we're gonna... brake this way for a moment to get across the pattern. We can see how much of a crosswind we got there. The other one is my joystick is all the way over the side at the moment, so this could be a very interesting landing. Gear down, flaps down. I'm going to hold. There's Cobbletti. Trim, trim, trim. E-bracket. Pull the power out in anticipation of the fact that we're about to roll out. Plus we've got a massive tailwind, so... because there is a big ass crosswind here. Well, that's a lot of crosswind. Low takeoff speed, so let's put full deflection aft on the Stick. And brakes. But anyway, that's just a quick tutorial, and I'll talk to you later.